Hi everyone, New Britain Mayor Erin Stewart here. This year is the 150th anniversary of New Britain becoming a city. And in honor of this year-long celebration, I'm bringing to you a series of videos highlighting the stories behind prominent names, symbols, and institutions that are found throughout our city. Today's story focuses on the history behind the Stanley name in New Britain. The name Stanley is one of the most commonly heard throughout the city. Whether it be Stanley Street, Stanley Quarter Park, Stanley Black & Decker, seemingly everywhere you turn there is some reference to the name. But who was Stanley, and why do so many things in town bear this name? Well, these references pay tribute to Frederick T. Stanley, the very first mayor of the city of New Britain. Frederick Trent Stanley was born in 1802 in what would later become New Britain. After finishing school, he went to work in New Haven and North Carolina before returning to the city in 1826. In 1831, Stanley began a small hardware business in New Britain that was successful for its first few years. However, due to a national financial crisis which began in 1837, the hardware business was forced to close its doors. This did not deter Stanley, though, and in 1842, he and his brother William purchased an abandoned factory, and the following year, they began to manufacture bolts and hinges. The brothers named their business the Stanley Bolt Manufacturing Company. Frederick Stanley was a pioneer of sorts, as he was the first manufacturer in New Britain to make use of a high-powered steam engine to power his machines, as past use of flowing water or horse treadmills didn't always give the owners the results they desired. As business grew and a variety of new products were introduced to the factory, Stanley changed his company name to Stanley Works, a name that would remain until its merger with Black & Decker until the year 2010. Aside from being a businessman, Frederick Stanley was greatly involved in local politics and the incorporation of New Britain. In 1850, when New Britain was declared its own town, he was named the first warden, and when becoming a city in 1871, he was elected the first mayor. As mayor, he was vital in two major projects that would affect New Britain to this very day. He oversaw the New Britain Waterworks project, which would eventually lead to the creation of our water supply at Shuttle Meadow Reservoir. And also, he led the design and build of Walnut Hill Park that would not have happened if it weren't for Stanley's leadership. Frederick Stanley and his family were always willing to give back to New Britain, so much so that they donated most of their land back to the city. These donations made it possible for the creation of Stanley Quarter Park, A.W. Stanley Park, and Stanley Golf Course. So next time you're out enjoying one of our beautiful parks, playing 18 holes at Stanley Golf Course, or using a tool made by Stanley Black & Decker, remember, none of this would have been possible if not for New Britain's first mayor, Frederick T. Stanley.